Join discord.gg/flatearth and enter a check-in room. Someone will come along and verify you to get involved in the conversation about our Earth.
Bring your debate skills. Prissycow?
Yeah.
Who's that?
I can tell you why the Earth is flat.
No, why it's the globe?
I thought he just said why you think the Earth is flat. I'd be happy to know why.
Because it's not a globe. There's no curvature.
Really?
Yeah. Unless you have any evidence for that curvature.
Well, if you don't claim anything, like, do you have evidence that it's flat?
I claim that there is no evidence for the curvature.
I didn't claim that there was. You have evidence that it's flat?
I claim that there is no evidence for the curvature.
I didn't claim that there was. I said, do you have any evidence that it's flat?
I don't need to. I just need to falsify the claim of the curvature.
So you don't need to know that you're right.
I don't need to replace a fake story with another fake story.
But doesn't that mean if you can prove my thing's wrong, you can say anything and that's right?
Let me ask you a simple question. It's a dichotomy.
No, I'm not here to be asked questions. I wanted to know why you think the Earth is flat.
Because it's not curved.
I'm not. Hang on. What the fuck?
What?
I'm not here to be asked questions. Fuck you, dude. Answer our questions. You're on an R forum, dumbass.
You go somewhere else if you don't want to.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You're gonna answer the fucking question.
Hey, Mayhem, you having a bad day? Are you cussing?
No. Fuck you. That's what.
Fuck off if you don't want to answer questions.
Bitch.
Wait a second.
Answer the
I just know
question.
about why the Earth is flat.
Answer the questions that we're gonna ask you. So fuck off and answer the questions. If not, then you're gonna get the fuck out. How about that?
I thought I was here to learn about flat Earth.
You're here to answer the questions.
Yeah,
I thought I was here to talk about flat Earth.
No,
this isn't a democracy.
We're not here to talk about flat Earth on the flat Earth server.
Hey, 1 second, bro.
1 second. This is not a democracy.
I know that.
Yeah, he heard you already. So, look, Prissy, you're gonna answer the goddamn questions that we're gonna ask you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Why can't I just listen like everyone else on the call?
No, because you're the one that you think you're calling the shots. You're a guest, bro.
Okay, I'll go back to being a quiet guest.
Well, fuck it then. You don't want to answer no questions, then be a quiet guest.
You'll be a quiet guest and answer questions, or you'll just be disconnected.
Prissy rhymes with sissy. Prissycow, the lack of globe evidence that you provided, that would be our evidence. Thanks.
Fuck is wrong with you, dude? No, I'm not gonna answer it. Fuck you.
They come strolling in. That's enough. That'll be enough of this just strolling in and tromping your feet all over the fine rug.
Fuck you think you are?
Well, the fuck do you think the Earth is? A globe by default? We don't see any globe out there, and you can't provide any evidence for one, so why would anybody think that? Why would anybody think it's anything other than a plane? You got any reason for us to?
If the Earth isn't curving, what's it doing?
Crickets. Noted.
Come on, Prissycow. If the Earth is not curving, what's it doing?
Come on, Prissy, don't be a sissy.
Yeah, he's a fucking sissy.
Got nothing for the globe. He's got to turn it around on reality. Got any proof for reality? Got any proof of water resting flat and horizontal? Is that the best you can do?
I just want to know, Mayhem, the other day you got really mad because I insulted a flat earther. But now you're insulting and cussing at me and it's hurting my feelings.
Oh, bullshit, dude. Don't play the victim. The fuck, dude.
I didn't say anything mean to you. I came here respectfully. I don't know
Bullshit,
why
dude.
you're talking to me like that.
You're bringing your muddy shoes all over this chat and saying, I'm not here to answer your questions. What the fuck?
I didn't say anything mean to any of you. And all you do is
Isn't that
insult
what
and
you
cuss
told-
at me.
Come on, dude. With your bullshit ass victim.
The one time I said something mean, I apologized like you asked me to. I don't know why you're
You didn't
talking to me
apologize
like
to
this.
Sheepdog when he was asking you a question. You said, I'm not here to answer questions.
Okay, I
Your
apologize that I was a bit brash, but I would not like to answer any questions.
Yeah, but
I'm
that's
sorry.
not what. Listen, well, I'm sorry, but that's not how we run the forum. The forum is here for an exchange, back and forth. And if you're not here for that, then I don't know. Like, we can't help you. Like, this is here for an exchange.
Why
You
can't
have to
I?
understand that's, huh?
Why can't I learn about flat Earth here? I thought
You're
that's what
going
it was
to.
for.
You're going to with an exchange. So if you want to come in here and tell us how to run our platform, that's the wrong thing to do. You're here, and this is platform that you're here. You're a guest.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Okay.
how you learn here is by interacting with us. If you just want to listen, just go on YouTube and listen.
but I can't find the information on YouTube because it's being censored.
Yeah,
That's
but
why
can
I'm
you
here.
not ask this when you engage with one of the people on the panel? All you got to do is be cordial or whatever you want to do. But you want to come in here and talk about, I'm not going to answer your questions. What the
I
fuck?
didn't say it like that, and you know that.
Oh, bullshit, Prissycow. That's the
Just-
reason why I got upset. I wouldn't be this way if you were doing it right, man. Everybody here is just wanting to have an exchange. And Sheepdog wasn't even speaking to you roughly. You're the one that came off that way. Fuck, man.
Okay.
I'm just saying, man, like if you were coming in here being cool and whatnot, none of us would be, getting all up, riled up and whatnot.
I see the stream, Sheepdog, but a lot of people in here are just listening. I don't know why I can't just listen in the call too.
Flat Earthers,
It's,
man.
it's an exchange. That's the way we communicate back and forth. But like I said, if that's not what you want to do and you want to dictate what you want, that's not going to fly. That's not what we do here. We do an exchange back and forth. It's not whatever you want or whatever. Oh, let's just cater to what everybody wants. Fuck that.
I
dude.
didn't put anything out, though. It was no back and forth. I didn't put anything out. I didn't force anything.
No, but Sheepdog was asking you questions and you're like, I'm not here to answer questions.
Yeah, I just wanted something to listen to while I work on something.
Yeah, but can he ask you questions? What's wrong with that?
What if I'm busy?
You're here and talking. You can't talk and work at the same time?
Oh,
You open the mic.
well, because I was asked to. Mayhem said Prissy would like to talk. I didn't say anything like that.
Yeah, but you did talk. And then so Sheepdog was talking to you and then
You asked if I was here. So I said yes.
Yeah, but engaging with us also is like, okay, so we're having a back and forth now, right?
I didn't
Yes,
want
no.
any of that. I just wanted to just say yes, I am here because you asked.
Oh God. I don't know, Sheepdog. You can take it from here, man. I'm messing with Rumble right now.
The only reason you must be saying these things is because you believe in a globe. I know that sounds like like convoluted, but it's probably true.
Yes, but do you have any justification for this belief?
A belief in a globe?
Yeah, that.
Well, right now I'm kind of in between. So whoever comes to me with more proof, I'll accept their.
Nobody's in between. Listen,
not-
nobody is in between anything.
No, you have a whole rule for it called on the
I'm not-
fence.
I'm not hearing any justification for the globe belief in any of this.
That's not what on the fence is.
What does on the fence mean?
Don't worry about it. You'll know when you get there. Why are you
No, what is on
still on the gold globe belief? Why do you feel like you are quote unquote on the fence about leaving the globe? Like you don't want to leave the globe just yet. You still want to hold on to it. Why do you want to hold on to it?
Because I've heard a lot of stuff disproving the globe, but not proving the flat Earth.
Like,
So once I get a little more evidence on the flat Earth side, then I'm happy to jump over.
Okay, well, wait a minute. What proof do you have of the globe in the first place?
I didn't say I did.
Okay, well, you must because you believe it still.
No, I was told from birth that it was a globe.
Right. So is there any particular part of it that keeps you clinging to the globe or gives backing to your belief in the globe?
No, I'm not saying I believe there's a globe. I'm just saying I don't know the Earth is flat. What if it's a rectangle?
Okay. We're not claiming a shape by saying it's flat. Rectangle is a shape. No one here claimed a shape.
Okay, so if it's flat, means it's not round.
Flat is a surface description. Yeah.
Okay, so what it's a cube.
Listen, round or spherical is an actual shape claim. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Right. So that has the burden of proof. That's why flat Earth doesn't have the burden of proof. Because we didn't make a shape claim.
So the Earth isn't flat, it's just...
in its whole, nobody knows what if it has a shape or not. Nobody's been to the extremes. All we're saying is on the surface, it's flat and level and horizontal.
I think he's not tracking with what you're saying. He's not picking up that what you're pointing out is that flat is not a shape, and so it's not a shape claim. Right.
Okay, so what shapes are flat? Maybe we can narrow it down.
Listen, we're not making any kind of shape claim at all, period. End of that.
We can narrow it down this much. We can rule out any sort of curved object like a sphere. Anything that has continuous
Or a
surface
circle.
curvature like that can't be that, right?
Can't be a circle.
Like,
2D shape.
I'll give you another example. What's the shape of the floor in your home?
Which room?
All of them.
All the rooms?
Yeah,
Or
if
they
you walk
different
through your
shapes?
entire home, what is the shape?
Like my bedroom has a square, but my laundry room has a rectangle.
You have to walk around things, man. Not everything is a perfect shape. It's just flat everywhere you go, right?
No, it's not necessarily flat.
You got walls in the way, right? You got to walk around those walls.
No, also, like, at the entrance, like, in each doorway, there's a little hump. That ain't flat.
So you have surface undulations like mountains, valleys. So we know this. But most of the Earth is supposedly, what we're told is it's mostly made of water, right? 70% water?
Well, how do we know that?
Well, we're just told that, okay? We're told the globe is 3,959 miles in radius. So we didn't so that's why the globe has the shape claim. What we're saying is we checked over water drop over distance test. There is no curve on the surface of Earth ever been detected or measured. Unless you have contrary information. Do you know of a direct measurement anytime in history of curvature on the surface of Earth? Have you ever heard of one?
I guess not.
Okay, that's honest. So neither have we, and that's why we're still here.
Can we measure it?
We measured through a line of sight test to see if there's drop over distance. It's very simple. Anyone could do it. You could do this now if you have a lake, a large body of water of some sort, the ocean.
Can we measure the flat Earth?
We measure Earth that's practically used as flat, and we measure it. We showing no curvature at all and no motion as well.
Do we know how big the Earth is?
Nobody's measured the whole Earth. That's why we're asking if anybody's measured the curvature, because no one has ever given us an actual measurement.
How come we haven't? But I'm saying, how come we haven't measured the flat Earth? If Earth's a plane, don't we just need to walk from one side to the other?
No, because walking is not measuring. Listen,
Can you walk on water?
Like, you know how long your pace is.
Can you walk
Line
on?
of sight. Listen, you're not accounting for elevation change. Over water is what we want. Water achieves a mean sea level, right?
Okay. What if you
Yeah.
like cloud it
So-
as you walk?
So wait, so if we look over water from one landmark to another landmark, those landmarks aren't moving around, right, from each other. They're in the they're solid, like on the ground. You get that, right?
We're stuck
Yeah.
in the ground.
So if you're looking for one landmark on shore, across a bay, across water, to another landmark on the other shore, then the mean level over that water is level. So we know at a certain distance, there should be a drop in elevation, right?
Why would there be a drop in elevation if it's flat?
No, if it's curved.
Yeah, but you said it's flat.
Yeah, so listen, if it's flat, then we find no drop in elevation, which is exactly what we see in reality.
Yeah, I
No
asked
drop.
if we
So-
can measure the flat Earth.
That's it. It's flat. It's not a measurement. It's just a
No,
test.
but we don't know how big the Earth is.
We're not saying how big it is.
no.
Nobody
I'm
knows.
asking if we know how big the Earth is. That's
Nobody,
I'm-
no one
Answer is
knows.
no.
No, listen,
why.
it's not measurable.
Why?
Why would you know how big? Like, have you been everywhere? It's not like the Earth is completely explored, my friend.
Yeah, listen, could
Why
you tell
not?
us what method we would use to measure the entire
not?
Earth? Can you tell us
Like-
how we would do that?
Okay, so
You could
we
barely
go
go to the grocery
somewhere.
store and buy toilet paper 3 years ago. You're talking about exploring the whole Earth.
Okay,
Yeah, how would we go about doing that, Prissycow? How would we start out? What method would we use to measure the entire Earth?
so I know how long my pace is, right?
Okay, walk on water.
Listen, you
Can you
can't
walk on
use
water?
Okay,
your.
what if I just use a
Hold
boat?
on, you can't use walking
then-
or
then
anything.
your
Oh,
paces don't matter.
Wait. You can't, Prissy. You can't use anything over land because you have elevation changes unless you're accounting for every single elevation change per foot, let's say. How are you doing that? It's not possible unless you plan on unless you plan on gathering the data that shows every single elevation change from every step you take. Impossible, bro. Do you know how many data points that is in, like, let's say 5 miles? All you
What
gotta do
if we get an estimate?
hold on. All you got to do is look over 5 miles of water, and you got it right there. There's the landmark. It's either dropped 16 feet or it's not. 10 miles. In 10 miles, like the Black Swan, there would be 67 feet of vertical drop from your line of sight. You could never see those oil rigs.
Okay, so do we know how long, like, Missouri is?
You're talking over land again, bro. Stop it.
So we don't know from the but I'm just saying measuring distance.
Yeah, but Prissycow, why are you saying that? Do you see how you don't actually have to measure the entire dimensions of this place just to measure no surface curvature of it? Are you missing that part?
I didn't say anything about curvature.
I know, but that's our point, though. That's the whole problem. You're not saying anything about curvature, which is our point here. That's the topic of discussion, right?
I didn't claim anything about curvature.
That's my
I'm not
point.
looking for curvature. I want to know how big the Earth is.
Point. You didn't
No,
say
we
don't
anything
know.
about
The entire
curvature.
No one
Earth.
knows, bro.
Curvature is the
Can we
point.
try?
So you're in a red herring. That's the whole point. You're asking us questions that don't really have anything to do with the discussion, not directly.
I didn't start a discussion about the curved Earth.
That's
You
the
guys,
problem. That's the problem. The curve is the discussion, and you're not talking about it. You're addressing.
I didn't want to talk about it. You guys yelled at me and said I had to. I'm asking how big the
No,
Earth
no.
is.
It's fine. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to talk about it because it doesn't exist. That's fine.
Yeah, we get it. It doesn't
Well, you
exist.
have to-
But that's the topic of this entire server, is talking about exactly what you don't want to talk about. So
He's
why?
basically,
Let's just
he's
make it
basically
clear.
conceded
That's
that there is no curve. So yeah,
I thought we were talking about the flat Earth, not the globe Earth.
No, he's not conceding, Kel. He's avoiding.
no.
Yeah,
He's
he's
conceding.
avoiding. No, he's avoiding.
Okay,
There's a difference.
if I say that the Earth is flat, can you tell me how big the flat Earth is?
No.
Nope.
No.
Can we brainstorm and figure out how to measure it?
Why?
No.
Because
we're not
why
gonna-
wouldn't you? Aren't you curious?
1 second. I'm gonna have to mute this guy. We're not gonna fucking follow his little bunny trails. He's gonna answer the fucking question, or we're not gonna move off of it. All right, Prissycow.
Okay, the Earth's flat.
No, that's not.
Why?
You're not gonna get away from this. There's no way you're gonna get away from this. You're gonna have to tell us how you figured out the Earth is not a globe. So you're gonna have to swallow some pride here if you're gonna do it. But
It's observed as flat, and I don't see curvature when I stand on the beach.
well, how can we measure that there is no curve? That's the next step. Not just seeing something.
I don't need that. I don't need to
Oh,
disprove
yes,
the
we
globe to prove
Oh,
the flat
yes.
Earth.
Oh yes, we do. Oh yes, we do.
But I see it's flat. I'm standing
Okay.
here. I feel it's flat. I look
how is
over
it-
the beach.
how-
It's all flat. No, there's no curve.
How is it measured flat?
How's it measured flat?
Yes.
Okay, we have a standard of how long, like, we can. So, like, you take a measuring tape, right?
Holy
Nope.
crap.
Nope.
And then. So
Nope.
that's not how you measure things?
That's
No.
not
That's how
how
I've
you
been
measure
measuring.
what
Is that the globe way?
This way.
Is the globe tard way measuring tapes?
Don't you
How
think
do you
there's
how do you
little-
measure how did they measure the globe? How did they measure that? Direct measurement of the curvature.
They clearly didn't.
Okay. So
Because
what
the
makes you
Earth's
think?
flat.
Well, that's not it though. You're just saying things now. We haven't even got to like how we can discover if the Earth is measured flat. So you can say that you can see it that way. Now we're gonna get to measuring it.
Okay.
The next step. So, if you're gonna measure the Earth, what can you do to measure it?
I don't know.
Well, see, that's the issue. Then now we're gonna have to address that, right? So let us talk about long distance observations, right? We're gonna be talking about line of sight. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
What is it?
How much stuff I can see till I can't see anymore.
Okay, we'll walk you through it. How about that? And then we'll hear you replay back what we're saying so that you can understand.
Okay.
I also got something for him too when you're done, Miggy.
Sure. All right, so line of sight. We're going to do a line of sight test. Real easy. We call it the black swan. Let me see if I can bring up the image here. Oh, is that not the thing? I had to put abbreviation.
I can put some stuff in there for
Never
you
mind. I had to put it.
as well.
Okay.
Archie's good at it.
Yeah, no worries. All right. Do you see that, Prissycow?
Mm-hmm.
Click on the image.
Mm-hmm.
All right, opens up. And so we're going to take it from the top. Do you know the measurement? Somebody's hot biking, by the way. Check your mics, fellas. All right, so we're going to take it from the top. Do you know the measurements or the values that the Earth has been given for radius, diameter, and circumference? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, I need you to Google that right now. What is the radius of Earth? Type that into your Google.
Well, it's going to give me some globe-tard answer that's clearly wrong.
Well, we're not worried about that. We just want to know what it says.
It's 3,958.8 miles.
Okay.
Did you do that, Prissy?
No, I just heard someone else say it.
Well, go ahead and type it in.
Well, we need to
I
make
have
sure
walk-
that you
Yeah.
got to follow
We're-
along with this here.
I can also read incorrect information.
Yeah, but still, we'll walk together because we don't want you
So
to.
which
miss that.
question?
Okay, what is the radius of Earth? Type that in.
What does this have to do with measuring a flat Earth?
Okay, when you talk to a teacher who's trying to teach you something, would you do what you're doing right now, or would you clam up and just do what you're told?
No, I would definitely ask how this relates to the topic.
We're answering it for you. So just keep
Really?
following along. What's the radius of the Earth? Claimed.
Type that in.
3,958.8 miles.
Okay, that's important, right? Because now we have the radius, or at least the value anyway. Not that we actually have it in reality, but that's the value. Okay, so now the next thing you need to do is type in what is the circumference of Earth. Type that in.
Okay.
What's the value?
24,901 miles.
24,901 miles.
Correct. All right, so we got some values. We got radius, diameter. Well, we didn't get diameter. We got radius and circumference. But you can also type in what is the diameter of the Earth. That just, to cover all our bases.
Okay. $7,917.5 miles.
Excellent. So now we have the size of the sphere. The geometric shape that we're standing on right now has a radius, a diameter, and a circumference. Not that you're saying that it is, but this is the claim, right? So everybody now knows, since you looked it up and you read the values out loud, we all know, everybody here, that there's a set size of dimensions to the Earth, which is radius, diameter, circumference. 3,958 miles, rounded off 3,959. But you get it, right? Now there's values. So what can we do with these values? Well, we can apply some geometry, some math, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the black swan, which is the image that you clicked on. I told you earlier, and when you blow it up, and we're taking a look at it, right? So we're gonna actually form a logical syllogism, so that it's called the modus tollens, right? So basically, if we're gonna formulate it this way, if P then Q, not Q, therefore not P, right? That's the way we're going to formulate this. So it's going to sound like this. If the Earth is a sphere with a radius 3,959 miles, which stands for P, then every horizon distance measurement must be no more than 1.225 times the square root of the observer's height in feet, which is Q, right? And then geometric horizon Earth curve calculator. So that's what it should be, right? No more than. You can't go beyond 1.225 times the square root of the observer's height in feet. Now, it's not Q. The horizon distance is greater than 9.41 miles, therefore not P. The Earth is not a sphere. So, not Q, therefore not P. So, it's just the same way that we formed the modus tollens. So, we're going to look at it in this way, right? So, we're saying that an observer height at 1 foot, the maximum geometric horizon distance should be at 1.22 miles, right? So at 1 foot observer height, the distance to the geometric horizon should be located at 1.22 miles. With these oil rigs in the distance, it's going to give us values. So we're going to get some known values, right? The known values from the observer to those oil rigs, platform Hill House stands to be at 6.21 miles, platform Habitat at 9.41 miles. So we got an observer height, we got a distance from the observer to those oil rigs, and better than that, we got the horizon distance. At least we can see more or less an estimated value where the horizon is. Now, when we're talking about the geometric horizon, at a 1 foot observer height, the distance should be no more than 1.22 miles. But from the observer height, we can see platform Hill House and platform Habitat. So what else can we see in the far distance? Do you see the horizon in the far distance, Prissycow?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the horizon appears to be in that photo beyond platform Habitat. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do we have here with this understanding? Because we did the modus tollens, but now you can see when we're formulating this in a way that you can understand. So if the Earth curve, right? Now we got the value.
Dumb?
What's that?
You call me dumb? You say it in a way I can understand.
Well, no, I'm not inferring anything. What I'm saying is, as we're going through this, we understand that the values that are given for the Earth being whatever they're claiming that it is, right? Those radius, diameter, circumference, they're telling us these values. And basically you believe them, but now we're going to be talking about, it's not about a belief. We're putting it to the test. So if these values are to remain in reality, then those values aren't going to change. They're going to remain. The Earth will be conforming to a ball via the metrics. So at 1.22 miles, we should start seeing the horizon where the Earth meets the sky. Where the Earth meets the sky in this photo is beyond 9.41 miles. So at 1.22 miles is where the Earth meets the sky should be, We don't see the Earth meets the sky at 1.22 miles. We see the Earth meets the sky beyond 9.41 miles. So we can safely say around 10 miles away. And if that's the case, then the Earth, according to the metrics, is not in reality. We don't see Earth curve where it should be at 1.22 miles, where the Earth meets the sky, where the Earth meets the sky is actually beyond 9.41 miles. So what do you think is wrong? What do you think is wrong with this, Prissycow? With what I just said about
Nothing's wrong with it.
Nothing's wrong with it. Why not?
Because if we're on a flat Earth, then I should be able to see as far as I want, as long as the weather's
We're
clear.
not talking about the flat Earth. Did you lose the plot?
We're talking about the round Earth?
Did you lost the plot? And then you're telling me, and then you're telling, listen, and then you're telling me
Earth is round. It's not.
Prissycow.
And then you made a globe claim.
Hang on, guys. You just finished telling me that you understood what I was saying. Are you calling me dumb? And you lost the plot right now. What does that signify to me? That you lose the plot within the, yeah, you did. We're talking about the Earth being a globe. We're talking about the Earth being a globe. Right?
Yeah, which this pokes a hole in, because this doesn't work if the Earth is a globe.
You said we're talking about the flat Earth. I'm talking to you about what we're measuring with the Earth being a globe. Right?
You said, what's wrong with it? I said, nothing's wrong with the picture because the Earth's not a globe.
That's not what you said.
Well, I mean, it was all good until you said, "Are you calling me dumb?"
Okay, he's saying now. Let's say he's saying now.
But let's before you go, Sasha. Can you tell us what the argument is, Prissy? Because if you're not dumb, right? So you were able to kind of follow along. So what is the argument as you understand it?
If the globe earthers say we can only see 1.225 times the square root of the observer's height on a globed Earth before the curved horizon would cut it off. This picture shows things exceeding that distance, which means that the size and shape of the Earth cannot be what they say it is.
Correct.
And so
we got some brownie points there. Go ahead, man.
Now let's complete this logical statement. If the Earth isn't curving anywhere, then what is it?
Flat.
That's it. Tell them what he's won. A washer and dryer.
Where are these oil rigs? Can I visit them?
Yeah, they're off the coast of Santa Barbara, California. Or, yeah, let me just double check that. But yeah, they're off the coast of California. I'm pretty sure it's Santa Barbara.
Okay, cool.
And there you have it. It's just that easy. Wasn't hard at all, was it?
Santa Barbara, California is correct, and that is actually Miramar Beach, looking across at the Santa Barbara Channel Islands, home of pygmy mammoths and the shelf down. No, what was his name? Oh my God. Okay, a giant man found there on Santa Rosa Island. Yes.
But look at the.
Congratulations! You've just
Look
won
at
free
that.
expense paid
I
to
appreciate
Space
it.
Australia.
Consolation prize. You get a tooth from a pygmy mammoth. Just kidding.
And look at the devil. It's not only Santa Barbara beach. It's every beach on the world. In the world.
All right, we can proper feedback up on the table and smoke stogies, guys. I think he's got it.
Okay. Now let's measure entire ash.
Yeah, okay, there's a couple things we need to address. Sheepdog's got one of them. And I've got another for you. Because how to measure whether it's curved or not. So, Prissy, are you still with us, buddy?
Yeah.
I want you to take 30 seconds, maybe a minute, just kind of look around the room you're in at all the surfaces, your table, your computer, your phone screen, whatever, walls, floor. You'll notice that there seems to be really, for me, there's only two options here. You've got surfaces that are either rounded in some way or they're not. So when we're asking you how to measure for that roundedness, think of a hood of a car. Most hoods of a car are generally curved unless you drive like an old Cadillac or something. So let's take the hood of that car and we're going to blow it up to the size of a country. And your challenge is to find out, you just want to measure it and confirm its curvature. So how do you go about that? Your first thing you said, you were like, well, you get a tape measure. That's the wrong tool for the job. You need some sort of, well, the way I see it, you need some sort of straight edge. If you can have a straight edge over top of the surface, any deviation away from that straight edge tells you, well, it can't be a flat surface. So that's what we're doing. We're testing for this roundedness, and you need some sort of, if you really wanted to test for the curvature like that, you would need some sort of straight edge to look for that. That's one way to look for this curvature. So people have done laser tests. That's their straight edge.
I wasn't looking for curvature. I said I'd use a measuring tape to measure a flat Earth.
Well, that's what I'm... Well, the measuring tape is the wrong tool for the job because we don't know how big this place is. So what are you going to take a tape measure across the ocean? We're just trying to find out if the surface is curved or not, because it can't be both.
Yeah, lay off the lame jokes, will you, Prissy? You're not funny.
And there's no third option.
Jokes.
There you are.
Yeah, I said I'm accepting that it's flat. I didn't say I wanted to measure its curvature.
So let's address that too, because we're not claiming how big the Earth is. The Team Globe has claimed its size. So when you go to test, you're testing that claim. We're not trying to tell you how big the Earth is. We don't know. I don't know. How would I know?
Okay.
Number one, there's no like quote unquote picture of the whole Earth, so no one is seeing the whole thing. I can't imagine you have been everywhere.
Yeah, but like, why has anyone?
Well, dude, people talk about exploring the whole Earth when you could barely explore the grocery store 3 years ago, buy toilet paper. So where do people get this idea you can just freely roam and go wherever the hell you want?
I could buy a boat.
Yeah, okay. And then what?
Where
are you going to start from?
Go in a direction.
Where do you start from?
Cape Cod.
All right, so you start from Cape Cod. You got enough resources? Do you have permission from?
Of course.
You're going to have to. Oh yeah, you just got enough resources. How much food are you packing? How much gasoline are you bringing? Come on, dude. You got to be realistic, Prissy. You got to be realistic. You can't just jump on a boat and just travel somewhere randomly. It doesn't work that way. You need a crew. You need resources. You need things more than just spawn a boat in Cape Cod. Go ahead, Sasha.
Where is that Cape Town? Is that in South Africa?
Yeah, Cape Cod's in Massachusetts.
In Massachusetts, okay. And then you will buy a boat, and in which direction you will go?
I don't know. South?
South? Ooh, nice, good. Good luck. Like that, south, and yeah, you go.
Hey, I got a 5-day backpack I can loan you if you want it.
Yeah. You might need about 50 of those, but listen. This type of mentality is a lot like.
I have a suggestion.
This type of mentality. Go ahead.
Okay, let's do it like this. Let's buy a boat and start from the London, and let's go to the France. Only that. Let's not go to the south. Let's go only to France. Let's cross the La Manche only. Do you think that we will cross the La Manche?
Yeah, probably.
Are you sure?
Do you mean the English Channel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this, we take a boat and we go and we cross.
Yeah, people could just do that.
Without any permission?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sasha's kind of funny. I was thinking the same thing. Let me give my example. So this type of mentality it's almost like I don't know, a bunch of like high schoolers gathering up in a parking lot with their hot rods, their cars. And they're like, all right, guys, once we leave this parking lot, we're just gonna drive loose, wild. We're gonna speed. We're not gonna obey laws. We're just gonna do whatever we want. They can't catch all of us. This is the kind of mindset that you have to be like, well, let's just get in a boat and just go wherever. There are rules. There are regulations. I don't even own a drone, and I know that you can't just fly a drone wherever the hell you want to. So you surely can't just get in a boat and just travel in restricted waters, and it just doesn't work that way. This idea you can just freely go wherever you want. Just like, okay, it's like the highway, right? When you get on the highway, there doesn't need to be a police officer at every mile. Sure, you don't want to obey the speed limit? You can drive 100 miles an hour, that's fine. They have faster cars than you. They have planes, helicopters. They can get you, okay? They don't have to be waiting for you with guns at every mile. So they don't have to be waiting for you on the water. But if you just start going places that you're not supposed to be, they got planes, faster boats, helicopters, jets. So you're not Captain Explorer, okay? Sorry.
And can I say something about, do you remember, Siri, that tool circle? Do you know how much we can go? It's 60 degrees south.
No.
And now that is missing that 30 degrees. Do you know that 30 degrees circle, it's maybe bigger than this 60 inside?
Well, like, I feel like degrees wouldn't really work on a flat earth. Well, no, I guess if you were
do you understand me? If you only imagine, you do know how looks that flat earth map, but I don't want to put that like a model. Because we have Antarctica Treaty and it's saying we cannot cross that 60 degrees south. That means everything, and we have 90 degrees earth. At least we believe in that. That means it's missing 30 degrees. That 30 degrees, it's a bigger circle than inside circle. Do you understand?
Why isn't anyone just like someone who does own a boat, and like we have enough people to crew a boat?
Prissy, I just explained it.
You didn't let me finish.
No, but
you don't have permission.
I answered it before you even said it. That's the thing, though. We've already addressed it.
But if we don't have permission,
because you have a boat doesn't mean you can just break laws. Just because you have a car doesn't mean you can just drive however the hell you want to.
Like, you still got to register it, you still got to insure it, you still got to like pass the driver's license test.
You told me no one in the server has a boat?
Prissy,
that they legally own?
Prissy, listen, you're not listening to the point. Even if you had a boat, having the boat is not the problem. It's that you don't have the ability to just go wherever the hell you want and do whatever the hell you want to. Whenever
have they stopped you?
They don't need to. They don't need to be waiting for you. Just like when you drive, they don't need to be waiting for you at every corner, every block. There doesn't need to be a police officer every single corner in the town. But if you start driving wild, they can get your ass, and you best believe it. If you have a car, you should know this. So the same thing applies to the water. You don't just get in a boat and just like, see you guys. There's things called navies. There's Air Force. You don't just get to go wherever you want to. Having the boat's not the problem.
But what if you just give permission?
Okay, you're just trolling at this point, Prissy.
No, I'm genuinely serious.
No, you're genuinely trolling. You're genuinely trolling.
You can go in the ocean with a boat.
You're trolling. You're trolling. You can also get on the highway and just drive recklessly. You can do that.
I'm not saying drive recklessly.
Excuse me. What's going to happen if you just do that? They can get you. They have faster cars. They have faster planes. They have jets and all that stuff. Yeah. You can do it. Technically, no one's stopping you from just driving 100 miles an hour. No one's stopping you.
So, listen, when you leave any port going somewhere else, you have to report where you're going. You think you're just going to go offshore, keep sailing away from land, and you don't have to tell them who you are, what your hull number is, and what your destination is.
Okay. What if I set my destination to be like...
You have to report where you're going. Listen, you have to report where you're going to the authorities. You're going to get pulled over by a ship, by a Coast Guard cutter. if you don't do this. If you're offshore, you get into international waters, someone's gonna freaking stop you, especially if you're not in like the regular shipping lanes. And even if you are, if you're the wrong tonnage and you're in the shipping lanes, they're gonna pull you over. You don't just get to go anywhere you want to in the oceans.
And is it sunny? You don't need one permissions. You need more from all countries.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so what if I'm asking to go from one country to another?
You have to report the one you're leaving and report to the one you're porting into. The one that's gonna be your destination port. You have to report. Like if you're leaving the U.S., you need to let them know you're leaving. The Coast Guard will stop you before you hit international waters and ask you.
I sent the Coast Guard, by the way, to the people who said I didn't.
They'll flag you down and stop you, and if you don't, they'll sink your ass.
Let me ask it a different way. Prissy, do you think nobody in the flat Earth community has ever tried this?
Yeah, as far as I know. If they have, I would like to know.
Stories upon stories, man. The most famous one is Jarl Andhoy.
Hey, Prissy, I posted a video. It's called Antarctica, Sorry We're Closed. It's 30 minutes. Just go watch that for 30 minutes, and then you can come back and tell us, it'll break down the Antarctic Treaty really well and lay out all the different perspectives and all that stuff, so...
What about
make one thing really clear though, Percy? You don't need to go anywhere to prove that the Earth isn't a globe. It's a bit of a red herring to point and go, "Well, you guys need to go over there." No, we don't.
Exactly.
I didn't say
I'm just saying, even if we could go, I think there's not a lot of people that would sign up for that. Even if it was a open, anyone could go, doesn't matter. And we had like a flat Earth Navy SEALs that was dedicated. It's for some people, that's a one-way trip. How many people in this panel are down to take a one-way trip to the south? I doubt that a lot of people would be willing and happy to sign up for that. Some people would, but not everybody. But you also don't need to go there to prove that the Earth isn't a globe either. So,
Percy, we can do it easier. Let's stop the NASA program and let's do it.
Okay, so the whole reason I brought up the boat thing was because I want to know how big the Earth is.
We don't know, bro. This place is I would imagine
hold on.
Very big.
Sorry.
And also places that haven't been explored. Go ahead, Jed.
It's just because you said boat, you'd maybe be able to figure out how far the water extends, but what are you going to do when you run out of boat? You have to walk a bit and maybe fly. You understand that to encompass the whole Earth, you're going to need a shit fucking ton of money. Right?
Yeah.
You're going to have to feed yourself and fuel yourself and keep yourself fucking warm in an environment that is trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Jedi. Man's asked this question about 10 fucking times in this chat already. This is like going to be number 11.
Because I've gotten answers. I've gotten we don't know, and then I follow it up with
what are you gonna? What else? What the fuck else do you think someone's gonna come up with? After most of us here say we don't know, someone else is gonna be like, I know. What the fuck other answer do you think is gonna happen here?
We were talking about my follow-up question.
What other answer? No, answer my question. What other answer?
I don't expect any other answers. That's why I stopped asking that question.
You just finished asking it, and Jedi responded to you.
No,
what do you mean you just stopped answering?
I was asked, what methods could we use to measure the Earth? Rhetorically.
That's not what we're fucking talking about, dude.
That's what I asked. I was told this.
Don't accurate. One second. Don't act. Hang on a fucking sec. God damn. Let me fucking get this shit out. All right. So he was saying that we can go and see how big the Earth is. And Jedi is like, how the fuck are we going to do that? With what boat? Right? Prissycow is trying to make everybody lose the plot here. He's asking the question about the entire Earth. How the fuck are we going to know that? It's been told to him about 12 times already. We don't know. And he keeps asking the same question, and it's just like spinning everybody's wheels.
I didn't keep asking. I asked, what are some ways we don't know now, but how can we figure it out? That's what I was
Here's the question
asking.
for you. What if we can't? Then what?
It's a beyond.
I'd like to know if we gave it a shot.
It's beyond human capability, or else it would have been done already. It's never been done, as far as any of us know. There's no way to figure out if it has been. If it has been, that's besides the point. It's not humanly possible, as far as we can see.
With this system, with these regulations, you cannot do that. What are you saying?
Let me ask you this. I hate to make this comparison, Prissy, but you've played Minecraft before, haven't you?
Of course.
Okay. When I don't know if they've changed this, but back when I used to play, when you spawn, they give you the map, right? And the map is not filled in. Are you familiar with this? So you have to explore you have to basically explore that part of the map to actually have it display on your map. So kind of got to think of it like that. Our map isn't full, bro. Let me post something in the chat right now. I want you to take a look at the live stream voice deck. This is just a map from an anime show, so don't take it too serious.
Yeah.
There's the map is not filled in, essentially. We haven't been everywhere. So you're like, well, how do we measure it all? Well, first we'd have to go there if it even exists, to even start that process. So in my view, there's no such thing as seeing the whole Earth. No one has seen the whole thing. So we don't know what it all looks like to begin with. So can't answer that. We're not even making the claim like the Earth is this big. Just know it's bigger than the globe is claiming to be. So, it's easy.
Cool. That answers my questions.
And sea level can help you to measure the flatness.
Like you'll hear people say sometimes, like, "Oh, Earth's 70% water." The hell they get? I mean, that only work 70% of what? We don't know what the 100% is. So that's part of the globe lore that you hear from time to time. But yeah, we don't know what 100% of all the Earth is. So
it's kind of funny that they think that we do know that, because by falsifying the globe, we're only just beginning to figure out what the Earth actually is. So why would we know like everything about it?
I didn't say you did know.
I know. I'm not talking about you specifically.
Okay. I was like, what?
Yeah, no, there is this idea, though, that like, oh, well, since you guys debunked the globe, then you have to know everything about everything. No, dude. I didn't make the Earth. So I can't tell you the secrets in all these mysteries and unknowns. We're all in the same boat. We all live on the same Earth. Things that are unknown to me are unknown to you. So go ahead, Sasha.
Yeah, we are you. It's the same, Prissy. I'm nothing different from you. How I can research, it's the same way you can research. That means both of us, we can only make some adventure and die if we want. But if you want, I don't want.
Yeah, I'm curious, like show of hands, like how many people would be down to go on a one-way trip to the south? You ain't coming back. You might die.
Like Jedi said, when you reach the point, what then? If you reach the shore, and shore it may be ice, it doesn't matter. What then? You will go further. You will go on the land, and now you will take what? Dogs, robots, Ferrari, and you will go where?
Exactly.
And how long? And how far is that? And how temperature it is? And what is conditions? And what you will eat? And how you will breathe? And what conditions you will reach? You don't know.
Well, this is why I keep posting in the chat this map from Attack on Titan. I love this show. They have the exact same dilemma. They're like, well, we kind of want to explore beyond this little area. You see the map there? They've got a couple rings of civilization. So the people born within these walls are like, oh, there's nothing out there. The main characters find a book that's like, no, that says there's woodlands and deserts and oceans and things beyond this little playpen that they were born within. So the military does missions where they go beyond the walls. So for some people, that's a one-way mission. They go on this mission and they are not coming back. When they venture out, it's very dangerous and so on. So the question is, like, how many of you guys in this panel, if you could have free reign, explore the Earth, how many of you guys are down to take one-way trips out to the south?
I'm
show of hands.
I'm staying here, dude.
Yeah. I wouldn't blame you.
to be perfectly honest, I don't like the fucking cold anyway. So why the bloody hell would I want to do that?
But
Me
would be
too.
nice if we have money, if government, if somebody wants to make really, but really, really real time video to start from that point, whatever it is based on Antarctica, and to start to go to the how to say across the shore, or whatever it is, but to be near the shore and to go, to not go on the
But
land.
you got to think about how real it is, though. This isn't a joke. We're not taking this. Wouldn't be a vacation. You know, we're not packing, freaking sunscreen. All right, this would be a dangerous trip out of here, out of our little known little island, our little countries. Very dangerous, I would imagine.
And you got to move.
Cold.
You got to move
Good to
quick.
be there.
You got to move quick because your supplies are limited.
And you shouldn't even expect
exactly.
to come back when you're going out into the unknown.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's a one-way trip for some people. I wouldn't be like, because we're not planning to go out to like, oh, let's just see the ice and come back. Like, dude, no, we're trying to go and find out what's up if we can. That they did this. There was literally out of the show Attack on Titan. I keep bringing it up, but they had a mission. It's almost exactly. It's beautiful. So they have.
Sorry, CV. Better. Let's not go to Antarctica. Let's go to Amazonia. Let's research Amazonia. There is so many places in Amazonia not explored, and people was dying there and they was disappearing there. So many stories, This is only Amazonia, man. It's a part of South America, nothing,
So now how about an unexplored barren iceland with no resources? How are you going to do there?
Right. Let me describe the mission that they did in the show. So essentially, you see in the picture there, they've got the ring. So essentially, it's just a bigger ring, right? So they're like, okay, well, we think there's an issue. There may be something going on out there. So we're going to send 2 camps along the perimeter. One's going to go this way, and the other one's going to go that way. So you guys are going to eventually meet up together somewhere on the other side of the perimeter, right? The goal is to look for holes, somebody going through it, is there damage, so on and so forth. So honestly, that's almost an exact parallel to something that we could do. Say if the South does kind of go around us in a perimeter, we could send two camps. All right, you guys go along the perimeter. That away, we're going to go this away and find out if there's any holes and any gaps or whatever. That's you guys should honestly watch the show because it has a lot of truth bombs in there that are very parallel to what we do here. Attack on Titan. But yeah, that would be very interesting. Say we did go around the walls, right? We're looking for a gap. What if there was a gap? That's interesting. Let's go that way, right? Yeah, there's lots of questions about South, but this kind of raises another question too. I've asked before. It's like, would you rather go inward toward the north or outwards toward the south? I think Whitsitt came in the other day. He's like, "Oh, I'd rather go inward to the north." I think I'd rather go south. If you're asking me, what do you guys think? You guys going into the north or out to the south?
North for me.
Out. No, not out.
No. Once again,
the reason Whitsitt probably says north is because of the abundant resources.
He said something about the electromagnetic thing.
I'd be heading west southwest.
Yeah, I think out seems pretty interesting to me. There's a lot of this idea of venturing outward is prominent in a lot of media that I've seen, and so I think I'm more inclined to want to go outward to see, because you could kind of think of where we are as a bit of an island, like the countries and everything broken up. We have our little known area. Edward, you got some hot mic there. But
all right, singing the judge.
Oh, good.
But I definitely want to head north the way the compass points. I'm assuming it points north, right? It's not actually pointing south, and we just say that. That makes sense?
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, what's north? What's the needle pointing to?
Yeah, we
That's
have.
kind of interesting.
We just happen to call it north, but yeah.
Yeah.
There might be something catastrophic in the north, but that's not going to stop some people from trying to go there. But what if there's a warm water place in the southwest?
Why do you say southwest? Like southwest, like that?
Yeah, because if you keep going west, well, you get to land, right? And you get to like places like Australia, then Southeast Asia. What's south of there? You don't hear of anything over there. What if you keep going southwest and you go south and west of Southeast Asia, underneath all of Asia?
Tags! What is your profession?
See, old friend, I brought more soldiers than you did.